Hey everybody, welcome to another video with Tin Fox. This is going to be looking at the growth deck that we're currently at. We're going to start with the pre-constructed deck, dig into it a little bit, trying to figure out what we would cut and then what we would add. This is for all you growth players out there trying to figure out your next steps. Your next steps now that you've purchased the, couple extra scrolls, what you want to do with them. Let's go ahead and sort this thing. One of the first few scrolls you're going to take out, probably, I think, Elan Vital. It's with 14 enchantments in your deck, you just don't need that many enchantments right now. You only have 17 creatures. We got to bump that count up, and we're even going to have to take out some creatures before we get there. So Elan Vital is going to come out just because it doesn't do enough for you quick enough. To that same regard, Hem would probably be another one we would cut pretty quick. Essence Feast will go. Probably Essence Feast would go next. At that point, we'd start looking at nutrition. I think there's only so many tricks you can do with the nutrition, and I think it actually hurts your long game. You have to make too big of a sacrifice for it, especially when you can't really capitalize on it too well in this deck. From there, we would probably pull out probably Illithorn Seed first because there's only 8 structures in the deck. Then we would let Junkyard go because it doesn't do enough to progress your strategy. It doesn't, which your strategy is to win and attack with creatures. If you didn't pick up on that, it's kind of a little bit of a roadblock, but it's not enough for you to really get any value out of it. From there, so at this point, you've got 10 scrolls totally gone. This is where you probably start adding in scrolls that you're getting, probably some commons just to fill out the rest of the deck. Eye of the Eagle is going to function as a creature, so you'd put that in. It's good because it rounds out. It's only costs 1, so it's nice because it lets you do something extra with your resources when you're not when you don't have stuff to do. Like if you got 4 resources and you cast this Frostbeard, and then you got that 1 extra left over, or it's actually a really good turn 1 play. Just if you don't have maybe a Vader of the Wild, or even if you did have a Vader of the Wild, since he's so fragile, you just maybe die to your opponent's Ragged Wolf. But Eye of the Eagle is pretty good. Speaking of Ragged Wolf, he's another common that you'll get early, and you'll get 3 of him in as quickly as possible. If you can find a 3rd Vader, probably go ahead and add it. I wouldn't be opposed. Sisters of the Fox would go in, probably. It's another common you'll get quick. Oh, Bearpaw. We lost that Bearpaw. That's another common you'll get. You want to put 3 of those in. Vitality Well, another common. I think that's most of the commons. We'll start looking into uncommons. Kinfolk Veteran as soon as you can. Get 3 of those. They're good. Haste is a great ability. 4 health is great against energy. Anything with 4 health against energy is going to be formidable for it. Round out your Mangy Wolves. Just get a 3rd Mangy Wolf in there. If you have access to a rally, another rally. Getting good on that creature count, that's nice. Brother of the Wolf, we get a 3rd Brother of the Wolf. Probably another Frostgale. I'm a fan of Frostgale. And now we're getting over. We're at 51 scrolls, so we can start taking some stuff out again. This is where Illithorn Seed probably come out. Be the next thing, if not before that. And now we're getting into the point where we're looking at rares. Probably putting Crimson Bull. I'm a fan of Crimson Bull. And then for those, I'd take out Champion's Rings. Just because Champion's Ring, it's nice, it's a good ability, but typically you're only going to get a couple. If you're lucky, you get 2 hits in with the creature that has Champion's Ring on it. The lack of a health bonus makes it so that that creature is still pretty fragile, whatever it ended up being, even if it's a bigger creature. So that's why I tend to favor Bear Paw. And Bear Paw combos really well with Rally, and it also helps keep your Kinfolk Brave alive. If you can put a Bear Paw on a Kinfolk Brave, life is good. Speaking of which, as soon as you get another Kinfolk Brave, go ahead and toss them in there. Another Ranger's Bane. Ranger's Bane's good because it deals very well with Kinfolk Brave. It's probably your best answer to a Kinfolk Brave. Essentially, they get 1 more attack with that Kinfolk Brave, and then they lose it. Let's see, what else would we take out? I think at this point, Vitriol Aura can come out. Vitriol Aura is actually pretty good at as a defensive scroll, but there's just other things you want to be doing, like Fertile Soil. I was lucky enough to pick up a couple Fertile Soils already, so put as many of these in your deck as possible. Drawing scrolls is great. Casting turn 6, casting a Sisters of the Fox and getting a Fertile Soil is great, so go ahead and do that as quickly as you can. Now we're down to probably where we could start taking out some creatures. Frostbeard, if you haven't already taken him out, probably take out him. We'll put this Quake in. We're lucky enough to get a Quake. At this point, we're making harder cuts. These things are getting more difficult, but a few easy ones. I'm gonna say Binding Root can come out just because it's pseudo removal. It doesn't really function as a hard removal spell, and you'll probably Dryadic Power would be a better choice over Binding Root, in that if you're gonna play one, if you're just gonna play one, hey Somnix, how's it going? I'll get you in just a moment. Sorry, man. But yeah, Dryadic Power, probably something that could come out. We'll try and wrap this up. Maybe we'll get that game with Somnix. Ancestral Totem will come out. What else do we got? I think that's good. We're gonna definitely put in these 2 Great Wolves, and then I'm gonna add in these 2 Kinfolk Jarls. Just big beefy, something to do late game. Now if I load Monogrowth, see it looks pretty similar. Alright, so that is the deck. We'll probably go ahead and get into a match here shortly. Dig into it, talk about tips and stuff, playing against other kinds of decks. So, thanks for watching. As always, until next time.